Hi, this is Dr. Cummings, and I'd like to welcome you to your Week 2 assignment video. Before we get started, I need to notify you that there is an error in the Week 2 description of the assignment on the home page. I'm confident that after this video, you will have a clearer picture of the assignment, and again, I apologize for the error. Before we start talking about this week's assignment, I want you to know that this week is challenging, rigorous, and maybe time-consuming. Hopefully, since I'm sending out this video early, you'll finish week 1 and are able to get started on week 2 as soon as possible. This week is a key assessment. We are required by our accredited bodies to develop assignments that are aligned with our state and national standards. This course is aligned with 2 of those national standards and 1 domain from the state standards. In week 2, you can see in the rubric that there are several elements for each standard that we are assessing. For example, 7.2, 2.1. This will be one of the 2 toughest weeks in your course. Push forward and don't get frustrated without asking for assistance from your section professor. This is just a reminder who your section professors are. Make sure that when you're reaching out to them, you send it to the correct section professor, and make sure you include your section number so that we know how to help you. So, introduction to week 2. The first thing we're going to talk about is the discussion board. This is just a reminder about how to post to the discussion board. So what you'll do is the left menu, you'll go to click on discussion, and it will take you to the discussion forum. After that, you're going to click on create thread, and this is where you will go in and address the week 2 discussion. The week 2 discussion is where you're going to read a scenario and answer some questions regarding ethical behavior. Just a reminder about the discussion board requirements. Your initial posts are due on Thursdays by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. You need to respond to at least 2 colleagues posting to each prompt no later than Sunday at 11:59 Central Standard. And also, there are no extensions for the discussion board. Week 2's assignment. Building principals should know how to promote high-quality teaching by using selection, placement, and retention practices to promote teacher excellence and growth. Once you have an applicant who applies for your position, you as a principal are going to need to know how to review and screen those applications, choose several of the applicants to be interviewed. You're also going to have to know how to engage, model, and communicate ethics and professional norms that are related to recruitment, selection, and hiring. So in week 2, you're going to be given opportunities to demonstrate your ability to develop a hiring plan based on some identified gaps in your campus staff and ensure that ethical practices are being used in the hiring process. You're going to have 4 activities to complete for part 1. The purpose of this activity is to cultivate a set of norms or dispositions or core beliefs for your campus that can be used when developing a teacher profile and interview questions. You're going to meet with 3 teachers that will be your team, and you are going to, I've given you an example of a code of ethics for teachers that you can use to assist you with the first part of the assignment. If you can't meet with your teachers face-to-face, then meet with them virtually through email, telephone. You're going to have to be creative since it's the summer. Those professional norms that your team creates are going to be used when you develop the teacher profile. And that's going to be so that you ensure your new hire supports the educational success and well-being of each student and adult on your campus. This doesn't have to be a dissertation. Make it simple, concise, yet make sure that the person who is interested in coming to your district to work has the knowledge of the type of people you are interested in hiring and who will be an integral part of your team. The next thing you're going to do is develop 4 or 5 interview questions that are aligning with those norms, core beliefs that you developed, and your candidate profile. Make sure that you go back to week 1 and look at legal policy DAA, and that's going to help you develop the questions. Make sure that when you're developing your questions, you base them on your campus vision, your mission, and your campus improvement plan. Those interview questions, please make sure that they align with the EEOC guidelines. Remember, you can't ask about race or national origin, religion, gender, sexual orientation, disability, etc. And then finally, you're going to demonstrate that with all of this that you've done, you have an understanding and you will have the capacity when you become a school leader to undertake and implement developing norms on your campus, creating a teacher profile, and ensuring that your new teacher supports the success of everyone in your school. So we're going to ask you to reflect on that, and your question is going to be, as a future leader, why would it be important to establish norms, teachers, core beliefs, and an ideal teacher profile? So that takes care of part 1. Part 2 is about recruitment, selection, and your hiring plan. According to Gross and D'Ardman in 2011, school districts use a recruitment process to ensure that they have an adequate pool of qualified applicants. And recruitment should take into consideration the needs of the school, which you're going to be looking at, and that requires approaching recruitment and selection a little bit differently. Districts are not waiting for applicants to come to them. They are seeking candidates through formal and informal applications. Prior to developing a comprehensive recruitment, selection, and hiring approach, a lot of the school districts examine their current staffing needs, and the recruitment efforts are used to determine those needs. You're going to be using an adapted chart and the reflection questions when you meet with your mentor and evaluate your school's professional capacity needs. So the first thing you're going to do is to complete that professional capacity needs. You're not going to have to complete this chart for all your teachers, but what we want to make sure is that you have enough representation of your staff that we can see where there might be some gaps. You're going to use that data and the questions, because you've got some reflection questions, and you're going to use that data from the chart to answer those reflection questions. And then the third part, you're going to take a look at your summary of your data and your reflections, and you're going to plan a recruitment and selection that will reflect the diversity of your school's body. So you're going to use the 10 guiding questions that we've given you to develop this plan. Make sure that you go back to your week 2 readings in your textbook, Breakthrough Principle, Chapter 5, page 146 to 173, and that's going to assist you when you're working on this part of the assignment. So completing that capacity needs chart doesn't have to include all your teachers. Answer your reflection questions, and then thinking about the 10 guiding questions, you're going to develop a plan. The next part of our week 2 assignment is about ethical decisions. Candidates who complete our program should understand and be able to demonstrate the capacity to promote current and future students' success and well-being of students and adults by applying the knowledge, skills, and commitments necessary to understand and demonstrate the capacity to advocate for ethical decisions and cultivate and enact professional norms. So in a nutshell, what does that mean? You need to be able to understand about how to make ethical decisions and how to promote and model professional norms, and make sure that your students and all the adults on your campus are seeing that. That's important for you to do. So in the part 3, we're going to be talking about ethical decisions. And you're going to evaluate your district's local and legal policies regarding job postings, and refer to the week 1 to ensure that you're following local and legal guidelines. So what you may want to do is get with your site mentor. You may want to get with someone in HR to help you with this. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a job description based on a staffing need that you determined from your part 2 of the assignment. You're going to then create a job posting that follows local and legal guidelines. Now for part 2 and part 3, get with your mentor. Find out if you've got examples of job postings and job descriptions from previous employment opportunities. You might want to talk to someone in your HR department. Get some help from someone that's done this before. And then you're going to reflect on your understanding of the importance of following local and legal guidelines in job descriptions and job postings. Okay, so I'm sure by now you're probably all in a state of panic. Please don't stress. Here are some friendly reminders for you. Don't stress. Reach out and ask for help before frustration sets in. Always remember that we are here to help you. Not only should you ask for help from us, ask for help from your mentor and anyone else that's on your campus. I understand that it's summer and it's going to be difficult for you to find help from some of those people, but if you can't, reach out to your section professors. We are here to help you, and we hope that it will keep your stress level down. So enjoy week 2. I think it will be a great learning experience for you if you look at it that way. Don't look at it as an overabundance of work that has to be done. Think about that it's something that's going to help you when you are a future administrator. Recruitment, selection, and hiring are critical pieces to your job. You want to make sure that you have the best person in the position. So to do that, you have to go through this process to understand how do you find the best person and not just a warm body. So if you have questions about week 2, let us know. We'll see you Tuesday night at the web conference, and we'll talk a little bit more about this great topic of recruitment, selection, and hiring.